Welcome back to Steele the Show after a little bit of a. We took a little time off, not on purpose. Someone. Someone got a little upset stomach, what'd they say?
I was throwing up and shitting everywhere. Um,
It
yeah,
was.
the family was down bad. I was doing what I could to maintain sanity in the household. But yeah, it was a rough few nights, and we also had the All-Star break that
Yeah.
I went down to Florida for that. It was like right after that. I don't know if we caught the stomach bug while we were down in Florida or what, but yeah, we're good. Got back to Chicago. We're in Cincinnati now. Good old beautiful Cincinnati.
Yep.
Um,
Gorgeous.
yeah, we're just moving,
I actually got to go
Stay
to Cincinnati in 2 weeks. I've never been, so.
why are you coming to Cincinnati?
I'm facing a couple tennis players down there.
Tennis players.
Yep.
Are they professional?
Yes. Some would say the best tennis players in the world.
So
Little teaser for the
were they
fellas.
just were they just at Wimbledon?
They're I think some of them are in.
I heard that's where the best tennis players in the world go.
Yeah, but they all travel. It's like the MLB. They travel
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I think they're in Paris now for the Olympics, and then I think it's the Cincinnati Open where I go, and then it's the U.S. Open. I'm also going to the U.S. Open, which is gonna be fun.
That's end of August.
Have y'all
Right?
been watching
Yeah.
have y'all been watching the Olympics?
I watched Team USA yesterday.
Yeah, I watched the basketball. I watched Simone Biles.
I watched a little bit of the basketball. Dude, there's a lot of sports that are sports that I didn't know were sports.
Yes. Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry.
I saw this guy
Definitely
just like
text.
hopping. I saw this guy in a kayak just like propel himself into the water and just start paddling like a maniac. Like
That
it was
is
like
the best, dude. When you when you're flipping through
you're
channels
just
and you're
like, what's going on right
yeah.
now?
I was texting this guy Feidelberg at work. I think I'm gonna try and find one of those sports and see if I could qualify next year, in the next 4 years, in 2028 in LA.
We
Where
literally, someone in the locker room was saying the same thing yesterday. I think it might have been Smiley. Smiley was like, "I'm just gonna go home one of these off seasons and just practice one of these and just get
yes,
really good at it and qualify and get a medal."
yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna try and do. I actually have the time to do it, so I think that I could actually maybe try and find a sport that I could maybe do.
I was gonna say Chase Budinger had like I don't know how many years in the NBA. He's an Olympic volleyball player.
Is he?
Yeah.
I was
That
a
makes sense. That
I
checks
was
out.
a all Long
Checks out.
Island volleyball player. Maybe I could do that.
Oh, maybe.
I think volleyball players at the Olympic level, like you got to be able to jump really high, be really tall, really
Strong.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
volleyball's at
yeah.
that level. Volleyball is pretty tough, I'd imagine.
I could only imagine. All right, but yeah. Speaking of, we'll go backwards real fast. So, Justin texted us at like 2 a.m, being like, "Hey fellas, I might be throwing up. Hypothetically, might be throwing up or shitting in the shower at the moment. Not doing good." He's like, "I'm still catching your first pitch." I go, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "Don't worry about my first pitch. Just go." So then you're still trying to say, "I'm going." Then the Cubs are like, "Hey, how
I
about?"
was.
I know
I
you
was
went.
gonna.
You went.
I literally showed up to the field early that day. They wanted me to come in early, play catch, and like see how I was feeling. Was still a little under the weather, but like I was gonna catch your first pitch, but they were like, "No, you're gonna go home and you're not gonna get anybody else sick."
Yeah, maybe get a little rest. Like, imagine him like to counsel. It's like, I have to catch Marty Mush's first pitch. He goes, "Who the fuck's that?"
Yeah, who the fuck is that? We don't have him in the pen.
Yeah.
I will say it's like maybe Justin would have caught it as a strike. I mean, no offense
Well,
to the mascot.
that's what happened. So first, I texted JMO. I was like, "JMO, hey, how about you get out there?" And he didn't. He saw it after my first pitch. He goes, "But I didn't know you were throwing it out." He's like, "You threw a fucking gem, though." But so, little backstory. I go there. After Justin, they were like, "Send Justin home." I was like, "Yes, don't worry about it." So shout out to you though. That was very nice of you. You felt bad, and I was like, "That's crazy. He's even feeling bad." Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
oh bad. I wanted to catch it.
But two, so I get there. They had my family come in. They gave me my Marty Mush jersey. It was very cool. The whole thing was one of the coolest things ever. But they were like, I was like, oh, who's gonna catch it now? They were like, oh, Clark is. And I'm going through, I'm talking to me and my brother. I'm like, who the fuck is Clark? Like going back and forth. And I get out there, it's fucking Clark the mascot.
Clark the Cub.
I was like, Clark the Cub's catching this shit? And Clark, he caught it like this. If it was just like this, it was a fucking strike. But thank God it was the guy before me was with like Vienna beef. He threw it horribly. Then it was me. And then Craig Robinson from The Office goes with an absolute dud of a pitch. It was a horrible first pitch. He even goes like, what the Craig Robinson got off. He goes, what the fuck was that, throwing it like that before me? Like, he was like, why had you just show me up? But the whole thing was insane. Like, when I was out there, I blacked out. I was like, oh my God, I'm on the mound at Wrigley right now. I used the cleat thing with my shoes. But the whole thing was,
what was running through your mind? Like, were you thinking about all the fans looking at you? Were you thinking about like, I wonder what my great grandfather's thinking about this right now, looking down on me? Like, what was you thinking about?
Weirdly, I was not. Weirdly, in like huge situations like that, my brain, not weirdly, because my brain always shuts off. It shuts off. Like, it completely, like, I black out almost. But I was really just like, you have to throw a strike. You have to. Like, there's nothing else you can do, because if you embarrass yourself, that's all people are going to be talking about. And that was it. And it went over, and I did went like that and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm, but yeah, shout out to the Cubs, honestly. One, for letting me do it. Dave talked about it. Because people were a little upset with me being like me wearing a Cubs jersey. I was like, first of all, what do you want me to do? Like, spit on it and throw it on the floor? Like, one, the Cubs and the Yankees have nothing to do with each other at all. If I was at the Red Sox game and I put a Red Sox jersey on, crucify me. But Dave's like, I don't care about that. But he goes, the first pitch used to mean something. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of fair. I think there should be only one pitch. One first pitch.
Yeah, I think, however many home games you have, how many first pitches you should give out each year. So if there's 80 home games, there should be 80 first pitches. There shouldn't be 2 for one game or 3, in my opinion.
The game, and it's nice. Like, it's nice that the Cubs, like, it's not just the Cubs. Like, I see the Yankees do it. So many people. Sometimes there's like 9. The game that you did, the game you started on Wednesday, 5 first pitches. That's a lot. It's
kind of wild. Hey, Cole Kmet was there when I pitched.
Speaking of,
met him in the batting cage. He was like just walking around with his people, and he was in the batting cage, and I was like kind of like already getting into my zone, and I like walked by all of them, like not even noticing who it was or whatever, and then like walked by them, sat on my stuff down, and then I was like walking back to like get something to drink, and I was like, is that Cole Kmet? Like right in front of everybody, and they're like, yeah. And I just walked up, and I was like, hey, huge fan. Got a sick rookie card of yours, autographed to 25. Like, super big fan. Like, good luck this year. But it was like, then I just like got back into my zone. But it was like cool talking to him for a sec.
Were there cameras on him?
I don't know. I don't know. I was seriously like already getting into. It was like 30 minutes before.
Okay.
First pitch, so I was kind of like already getting locked in.
Well, maybe then. Maybe the 2 hosts of Steele the Show will be on Hard Knocks.
Really?
So, I don't want to clip.
What that was for? Was that Hard Knocks?
Yes, bro. That's why I'm asking if there was cameras. Because Hard Knocks was there.
I really don't.
I know you were probably so locked in. You're like, I just need to talk to him and get out of here. Yeah.
I really don't know if there was cameras on him or not. Now that I'm thinking back on it, there might not have been. I don't know.
So, we were walking.
I've never watched Hard Knocks, by the way. So
what?
I've never watched Hard Knocks.
Really?
No.
You would love it.
I'm a huge football fan, but like Hard Knocks, I've tried it. I forget what year it was, and I tried to watch the first episode, and I was just like, this isn't for me.
You might like the Giants one. It's also like if they did one on the Saints, you would watch it. Like you
I
would.
would. It
You
would piss me
wouldn't?
You would see him do all the dumb moves and shit. And you're just like, I'm not
It,
watching
it,
this.
it would make me mad.
Honestly, yeah, that's what the Giants one's making me a little angry. But so I'm walking in my seats on Wednesday, and we saw Cole Kmet like by your guys' dugout, and we like kind of we like know of each other, but Eddie knows him because Eddie's a big Bears fan, and they've interviewed him, and he's come in. And we're like Cole, and he goes, "Oh, what's up, guys?" And he's like, we were like talking about my first pitch and all this, and then Eddie said something. I was like, "You better throw a strike." Cole Kmet also got drafted in the MLB as well. I didn't know that. He is a fucking cannon. So we're talking for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I go to my seats, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes up to us and was like, "Hey guys, big fan, but do you mind signing this?" And it was the NFL Films Hard Knocks guy being like, just in case we use this footage on Hard Knocks, like, can you sign this waiver? And I was like, oh shit, we might be on Hard Knocks. I don't know what they could have got for this dude offense.
I didn't have to sign a waiver, so I guess they weren't filming.
Or you're just like part of the Cubs, so they're probably like, we could do whatever he wants. We could just put him on there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, so the first pitch.
Hey, huge, forgot to say, Cole Kmet's huge. Absolutely massive.
Ginormous human.
Like, I thought I had a decent sized hand. I shook his hand, and he swallowed my hand.
Yeah, that's a big boy right there.
He can catch a football, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And Dave got mad at me last year for telling him. I told him to draft Cole Kmet over Tua in his fantasy draft. So after Tua had like, what was it, 5 touchdowns week 1?
Yeah.
He was very mad at me, and I think he forgot about that.
That makes sense, though.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Justin getting me the first pitch. It was a fantastic time.
Of course.
Now let's move on to some more baseball stuff. So, I want to start with you quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think you've let up a double, like a true double, in like 4 games. And these singles are the most softly hit things in the entire world. Oh, and you're not getting away with this. You fell straight on your face in the last game, first inning.
I know. I know.
That was a tough play, but when the ball's spinning,
it was in no man's land. Like,
it's out of your
I
hands.
fell off to my right side, broken bat. Like as soon as it was hit, I was like, "That's in no man's land. Nobody. If this out's gonna be made, it's gonna have to be me making a play here."
Yeah.
So I go with the turn. I just kept turning and ran from that, and for a split second look to see like where Bushy is and like where I'm gonna like have to like throw this. And like when I go back down, the ball like was spinning and it spun back towards like my back left foot.
Yep.
And like at that point, I was already going forward and I just fell forward.
Yeah, you were going down.
And then the guy went from second to third, and I'm just like, God, I hate this.
Like, that's what I'm talking about, though.
That's the moment. Those are the moments like that right there where like he goes second to third. Like I felt it. Like that's where the game speeds up. That's where it happens. That's like where shit unravels, you know. But I figured it out.
You pitched well.
Thank you.
That's the thing. You out of that, like, got out of that inning, which was huge, because that could have been a disaster of an inning. And then there were some plays that could have, I'll say it, could have been made, and they weren't. And but you've been pitching great. It's just crazy when you watch these games. You should have like a 2.4. Like, that's what your ERA should be. But it's like these fucking hits. I'm like, how are these getting through? Where is this happening? It's fucking insane.
Some Marty specials.
Yeah, see, it's fucking me hitting it, like the weird shit. But yeah, it's.
I mean, trust me. I would rather if I gave up hits, I would rather it be smoked.
100%.
Like if someone smokes at 108 and it's a hit, I'm not mad. It's like I deserve that.
Good for you. You beat me.
Yeah. If it's broken bat, flare, like that's what it's like death by 1,000 cuts. It's like you just like, yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, you've been pitching great. You guys went on a little bit of a skid there as well after after actually my first pitch. You did win my first pitch game. But then you guys 2 games in a row. This is a question everyone's going to be wanting to know. So trade deadline's been happening. Is it weird as a player? Obviously, you go and do your job no matter what. You have no control, basically. Not basically. You have no control at all. But it's like your boys are being talked about going. Your name has even come up in some, which is fucking insane. But I've seen your name come up. Morel gets traded in the middle of the game. Like, first of all, answer that one first. Morel getting traded in the middle of the game. Did you say anything to him? Was it weird being like, holy shit, he's just gone now?
Yeah. What I think every single year, what surprises people the most about when this stuff is happening, trade deadlines and everything, is like the players are finding out about as soon as the public is, and like that's just how it goes now. There's no way that's how it used to be. I imagine it used to be the players, the GMs, the agents, they all knew, and then probably after the game when announcements are being made, that's like when the public finds out. But now it's almost the other way around. Like players are literally in the middle of a game, and news will break on Twitter. Like it's like Jeff Passan is the one breaking it. I don't really understand how all those dynamics work and like how people get the information first. Like, is it literally this team and this team's GMs in a Zoom call and Jeff Passan's just sitting there, and as soon as this deal's done, he tweets it? I kind of want to know how all of this works, because it's interesting. Because like I think we've talked about it on here before. Like when the Rossi stuff happened this off season, me and Keegan, the strength coach, were in the weight room of Arizona. He gets an email that's kind of like saying what's happening. As he's reading the email, it breaks on TV. It's like, wow, like this is happening really fast. Like it's weird. But yeah, like back to the trade deadline, it's like what fans don't understand is like players really don't know either. It's like we're kind of in the dark as well, kind of like what you was saying. It was like we don't really have a ton of control over any of it. The Morel situation was weird yesterday. I was in the training room doing some of my stuff, and I got a notification on my phone that said Cubs traded for Paredes, and I was just like, wow, we got somebody. And I was like, I wonder who we traded. And Morel comes into the training room like literally a minute later, and he's like crying, and it was
so
obviously
sad.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like he's been with the Cubs his whole life. His little brother's also a minor
He hit
league
a home
player.
run yesterday.
Yeah, he. So there's a lot of like close ties with Morel, his family, and the Cubs. That's who signed him and gave him a chance in the big leagues, and he's had a lot of special moments with the Cubs as well. So there's obviously a lot of emotions tied to that.
It is sad to see a guy like that too. Like, he is loved as a player. Someone was even saying, I saw a clip actually yesterday. I forget who it was from. Sorry, I can't credit you, but they were saying like he's a guy who like greets the grounds crew guys by their first name. Like he's such
that was Ryan Herrera.
Yeah,
I believe that was Ryan Herrera that was saying that.
Yeah, and like talks to everybody, and he always just seems like he's happy. But it is sad to see like his Instagram story when it actually. Sometimes guys like really it's just professional baseball. They'll go wherever. It seemed like he really loved Chicago and all that, but it's insane to see like everyone hugging him in the dugouts. Like the guy just started a game as a DH, and then he's like, all right, we got to get you out now. It's fucking wild. But good luck to him. Good luck to actually not good luck to him from me, because now he's in the AL East and he's probably gonna hit 40,000 home runs with the Rays. But
he's a special player, special talent, obviously a special person, very nice. I love Mo, played with him for years, so I wish him nothing but the best of luck. Gave him a big hug yesterday, and I mean he's gonna tear it up. Everyone knows he is.
Yeah, but yeah, you get Paredes. He's been hitting good this year, right? He's been. I don't know much.
He's an all-star.
He's an all-star.
All-star has like a 3 WAR.
And you also have, because you guys are 5 games back in the wild card. Um, everyone's kind of expecting a lot of selling from you guys as fans, like a lot of like, let's trade this, and then you get because at first it was the Yankees and Dodgers are showing a lot of interest in Paredes, and all of a sudden it said the Cubs got him. Everyone's
This
like,
is what I'm saying.
What's
Is everyone
going
just
on?
in the Zoom call? Is everyone just in a Zoom
That's
call?
that's such a good point when you said that, dude. Like
this
is he in the corner?
It's like my imagination, my screwed up brain literally thinks like when you with the thing you just saw where it's like Yankees Dodgers leading the pack in the Paredes sweepstakes, whatever it's called. Like, does whatever team? I guess it was us. Like, does our GM like hop into the Zoom call? Like, wait. What's the price here? And they're like, all right, I'll give you this, and then deal. Like, is that like how it happens? Like, I want to know. Like, I kind of want to be like a fly on the wall when all this stuff is going on.
You know what? You're gonna have to ask him.
I'll ask Jeff how.
He talks to Jeff Passan, so it's like.
Yeah, please ask.
He
And
just
like,
talks to him as a friend, like as
we're
friends.
we're not asking for inside information.
I want nothing
like,
of that. Yeah.
What deals are being done? Like, that's not what we're asking. Like, I just want to know the like foundation of how the things are
Why
happening.
don't you ask him?
how it
Ask
goes
him right now.
Like, is it on a
he's
Zoom
busy
call?
right now. I don't,
No, ask him.
He's trying to break so many other things. I don't want to text him now.
This is like his like.
Passan's on the Zoom call right now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably in this too. Like
He's
probably
probably
has
in the corner.
Maybe he probably has a deal with Zoom. Is like I'm allowed in everyone's Zoom call at any point.
I only texted him earlier because I was reading an article and it was like, the Mets may need a starting pitcher with injuries to Senga and Peterson. I texted him, I was like, you meant like Scott, like Peterson's not hurt, and he's like, yep, I gotta fire my head or whatever. It's like he didn't say those words. He said, he said thank you.
I think you should text him, being like, well, maybe you could text him to come on and we'll ask him just
Yeah.
that. Like we don't care about. I care.
I'd love
but
to have him. I'd love to have him on. I'd ask him some good questions. I think
that's a great question you just asked about that. It's so funny. Like it's almost like Shams and Woj too. Like are they are they calling them right away? And also like the trade happened with Morel and Paredes and all that. Could they just not wait 2 more hours? Like wait till after the game to do it? Like
know.
why does it have to happen right then? Like that's such a wild thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a bunch of questions I would ask about that kind of stuff. Like in my mind, it's a Zoom call.
Yes, mine too.
There's like a Zoom meeting room that is constantly open that is labeled trade talks or something
Yeah.
that all GMs and Jeff Passan have access to, and that is where the hub happens.
Wait, that would be so fun. That'd be so sick. It's just always open and then on the deadline it closes. Like people hop on to see if anyone's in there.
I'll see.
Yes, dude, that might be because like think about it. Like people go on Twitter and they're like, "Oh, this is like there's rumblings that this is happening." It's like, what do you mean there's rumblings? like did a guy in a gas station say something?
Yeah.
Like
That is also true. Like it could just be people also making shit up to try and get momentum of things happening. Like throw shit
if I'm
out there.
spot on, if it's just an open Zoom call meeting that's been, I'm getting into the front office business. After
Yes, it'd be so funny. It was like that. Speaking of Hard Knocks, so like the Giants thing, have you been watching it? Like of Joe Shane like calling people like an hour before the draft, being like where you're at. Like some of the conversations are so nonchalant too. I'm like, is that really how these fucking huge
Or how they
trades
got
are
Brian
happening?
Burns, like he was friends with the Panthers GM. It's
Yeah,
like,
their
let's just
kids
get
are
this done.
friends and shit. Yeah, it's wild.
I'll see if I can get Jeff on maybe like after deadline stuff. Like this is the busiest time of the year for him. It's this and winter.
Ask him. Yeah, after our next episode will be after the trade deadline.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Is it weird though? Like, even like Tyone's been a huge name coming out there. Like, Tyone's been saying out. Nico Horner's supposedly been out there, which I'll say it, wouldn't hate him on the Yankees because that's where he's been linked to. I'd like him. I'd welcome him very nicely. Is it weird to like? You don't know if they're going to be there tomorrow. If they don't know they're going to be there tomorrow, it's just like you can't really think about it. Do you guys talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously talk about it and stuff, and this time of year, it always like just draws up a bunch of like fun conversations. Like Mark Leiter, for instance, like
Oh, he's in it too. Yep.
Yeah, like God love him. He's like, where's our PA? Where's our PA rep? He's like, where's our Players Association rep? Do we get any money if we get traded? Like, who's covering my rent? Who's covering my travel expenses? My family? Like, he just started like,
That
like
is true. It's
he
true.
just starts going up and he was like, I want 100K. He's like, let's do 100K to cover all this.
I think
Like,
Blake
dude.
Griffin had like a very funny skit like a few years ago. It's like, oh yeah, you just had to uproot your life to move to a city you have no idea how to live in.
That is a thing where fans don't understand too. Like, you think when you get traded, like the team is hooking you up with everything, gives you an apartment. It's like, no, you pretty much like they'll give you somebody to help you, but you gotta figure that all out, right?
Yeah, you got to figure it all out.
It's crazy.
Like imagine
The,
like
the Cubs are good. Like our travel secretary, VJ, does an amazing job of like helping you and doing everything he can to like make sure everybody's comfortable and stuff. But I've heard there's a lot of teams that aren't that way. So it's a lot of cases you're on your own.
imagine if like real life jobs like trade people like cross country like that. It's like Bob in accounting, we're shipping you from Texas to Michigan.
That'd be awesome.
Normal people would just have meltdowns.
Oh
Just
my
like
god.
imagine like normal people just like getting traded or
Imagine
like,
Rico Bosco getting traded.
Rico checks
He'd
his phone. He's like,
fucking
I've been
lose his-
traded to Chicago. What's this?
He'd be losing his
DFA'd.
mind.
getting DFA'd.
Yes. Yeah, just be like, yeah, you get, and everyone knows, like, it's on Twitter, like, you lost your job.
Like, hey, you're not fired. We're designating you for assignment. You're not working here anymore. Someone else could pick you up.
And if no one does, then you're just
Then you're fired.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the trade deadline is weird. Like, so what is it? August 1st it's over?
No, tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow
Well,
at 6 it's
Yeah,
over.
Tuesday at 6 p.m. I think they wanted to do that so there would be no games going on like as the deadline happens.
Yeah. Listen, there's it's definitely interesting. It's interesting where the Cubs will do you know if have you heard anything about Bellinger? Is he almost healthy?
Yeah, I believe he's almost healthy.
I heard he's almost
talk to him every day. I mean, I think he's getting back to where he's like doing baseball activities and everything. I think it was just his finger.
Yeah. That's good.
Those
Yeah,
are always the worst injuries. The ones like hit by a pitch and you're out.
the
Like,
finger,
however
yeah,
many
it's
weeks.
awful.
Yeah.
So you can't prevent that.
I was talking about it today. Like, listen, you guys have not come back. Like, 5 games out isn't the craziest thing. It's not a crazy thing, especially this series, where like the Reds kind of they've been struggling as of late, right?
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
bro, 20-game winning streaks happen in baseball. 15-game winning streaks happen in 10.
10,
Like that,
even 10, even 5, dude. 5 is 5. You're on 2 right now. Win 8
That's
more
what-
games in a row.
I'm saying, and like then the script completely flips. Like I feel like the trade deadline might be a little too early because like
Yeah,
teams can make pushes after July and like completely flip the script and be like shit, we need an extra player. We need another bullpen piece. Like
yep.
like you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in the situations where I should be making decisions like that, so I don't really know. But like, I don't know. It's just like, what
No,
if
I
we
agree
did
with
rattle
you.
off? What if we rattle off 10,
Yeah.
15, while it's all of a sudden back in our division, we're leading the wild card? Like,
Listen, you won 2 in a row now. You have JMO, you, and is it Shota after you?
it's Kyle's been after me.
Or
Kyle's-
Kyle? You know, those 3 against the Reds, who have been struggling a little bit too. Like, if you win these next 3 games, you're just right back in it again. It's like people take out teams way too fast. Like, it's still July. And if it's end of August, you're out by 5. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough, you know.
Even
but like,
then, it's like teams have overcome.
still
their
can do
style.
it. Yeah, no, you 100% can. And there's like, dude, the Mets
Think
were
back
awful
to
beginning of
think, no,
the year.
think back to when the Nationals won the World Series.
1931.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, they were 19-31.
Dude, even
Were
the-
we ever 19-31? Were we 19-31 at this any point this season? Were we that like that?
No, you started off. You guys started off good.
Yeah.
Did we ever drop to
12 under now.
okay, yeah. So that's like my point. Like
No, yeah.
they won the World Series that year. Like
I mean,
that's-
dude, even look at the Diamondbacks last year. They weren't very good
The
during the
Diamondbacks
season.
were under 500 like in the middle of August.
Yeah,
Like,
they went to the World Series. That's the thing. Baseball is such a weird game where you could just get confidence. You get a new guy in the lineup, like it does. Maybe it could change the lineup a little bit. Like if he brings energy or if somebody else brings energy, you don't know. Things fucking happen all the time.
Baseball used to have like the waiver deadline, like August 31st. Oh, there's no August 31st. There's August 30th. But like basically, it's like that's how the Astros got Verlander, which basically like made their run in 2017.
Yeah.
And they just took that out for whatever reason.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. You Glenn Powell fan? You don't know who Glenn Powell is? God damn it. Did you watch Top Gun? Did you watch Twisters? Holy shit.
Twisters is too recent.
Twisters did just come out.
Yeah.
He did a movie. I forget.
I watch sports. That's it.
You don't watch movies or TV?
Not really.
Really?
Mm-mm.
You don't watch any fucking programs, any shows?
No. It's been a long time since I watched a show.
What's your favorite show?
Probably The Office.
That's a good one.
I feel like most of these shows, like Rhea's putting you on, like you have to.
No,
watch it.
I've always like Sopranos, like all those, like Entourage.
My wife watches that show. That
I saw her
Rhea.
post last night. Yeah, the Love Island.
Love Island. Libby loves it.
It's fucking fantastic, Justin.
Like seriously, like when shows like that come on, like Libby puts that on, I just go right to my PlayStation. And I just
It's like it's my time to play games.
Football on, and I start doing football research, doing mock drafts. Like that's just it's bad. And like me and Libby will try to have like a movie night or a show night where let's start a show, and I just can't get into it. Like I literally can't. Like my mind wants to think about sports. Like it's.
Have you played new CFB yet? 25?
Oh, dude, it's all I've been playing. It's all I've been playing.
You think it's a good game? Like I think
it's a great game.
I don't think it's like a Madden reskin, but it's also I'm not a big college football guy. Like
Madden's terrible.
I think it's a good game. I don't think it's like game of the year worthy or anything. Like I think it's fun.
People just love like.
I think we've just been desperate for college football.
Trying to take a team to the national championship. All that shit is like.
Yeah.
I started at Southern Miss, went to ASU after that, and now I'm at Tennessee as a coach.
Have you won anything yet?
Oh yeah, I won a few playoff games.
All right.
Oh, what
this Tennessee roster I got built's pretty nice.
What difficulty are you playing on?
The one above varsity.
That's all American.
Is that okay?
Yeah, all American. I get my tail kicked. I get my ass kicked. Like,
I'm not telling you to play
I
on
will
Heisman.
throw. Hey, I will throw 7 picks in a game with the best of them. Like I keep flinging it. Like I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to play on Heisman. Go like 3-9 because that's not fun. Like no one wants to get their ass kicked.
No, that's not fun. That's not fun. It's also not fun just running up the score on.
Exactly.
No. I should play it. I didn't know.
I feel like All American's like a good challenge. Like you can't just beat the computer.
But then when you get really good, then you go on Heisman, you get your ass kicked. It's like I'm going back on All American.
Yeah.
I don't have a gaming system. That's where I'm upset about it. I have a PC, but you can't.
That's why you
play
watch too much TV. Probably you don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, listen.
That's why you're watching Love Island and
this new show though. Love Island's fantastic, but you got to watch Presumed Innocence. It's with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a great show. You should watch it too, Phil.
I don't watch shows either.
Jesus Christ, who am I talking? It's like Geno Smith today.
Me and Phil are the same person.
Yeah. Geno Smith today said that he hasn't watched TV in 10 years. That's not a quarterback I want. I want Danny Dimes. I don't believe that either. Like what? There's someone.
You haven't looked at a TV in 10 years.
There's a lot of downtime in the day. You probably watch some TV.
Yeah, he's definitely looked at a TV while it was on, which is considered watching a TV.
Well, I brought up Glenn Powell because I met. He's a movie star, but I was at a Luke Combs concert, and you know Luke Combs.
Yes.
All right, thank God. I'm not a big country guy, you know that, but I went to my friend chugged on stage with him, and my other friend Glennie Balls brought me, and we went backstage after hanging out, and Daniel Jones was there.
Wait, who did you chug a beer on stage with?
I didn't. My friend Dana went on stage with Luke Combs and with Glenn Powell and all those people, but we went backstage after, and Daniel Jones was back there. my quarterback. Did you see my tweet of it?
I gotta show. If you haven't seen the picture of Daniel Jones, I gotta send it to you.
Completely sober. His eyes just do that when the flash comes out. I'm
sending it now in the chat.
He's the best. First of all, fantastic guy. Loved him.
Smart guy, Duke.
Smart guy. I talked to him after. He goes, "I'll see you in April." He said he's coming to my wedding. And I talked to him maybe for 45 minutes, just like going off about the Giants. And he was just like, yeah. Like he wasn't obviously saying anything. Like he's not going to like especially trust me with any of that. I would, hey Daniel, if you watch this, you trust me with your heart. I would do anything for you. we're going to dinner. I've invited him to everything. So Daniel Jones is my quarterback, and he's going. I already told him, I was like, "You're going to the playoffs this year. I know it." Malik Nabers is the best receiver there is.
I think Malik Nabers is going to get 28% plus target share this year.
I think that he is a guy that you should be drafting pretty early.
Yes, I agree. Probably right behind Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
I know this because I've been doing drafts.
You've been doing the mock drafts. I still have to start grinding those. My draft's August, like 20-something.
I do best balls. So actually, Dave did a best ball.
Dave did a best ball.
Yeah. So did
that
I.
10,000. So what's funny is like I know some of the people that were in that lobby with him.
Really?
He was drafting. The Mock Lovin guy. Mock Lovin's like a pro DFS player or whatever. But
and Dave was in it just.
Yeah, Dave was in there. Dave was in there with a shark.
That's funny.
But yeah, I do the best ball stuffs, and I've been doing like $20 entries and whatnot. So like I'm very well tuned in to like where guys are going and whatnot. I'm pretty dialed.
Hey,
but yeah, I think Malik Nabers is gonna be a dog this year.
I did one. I did one of the best balls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I liked what you did.
It was pretty good, right? It wasn't bad.
Yeah. We need to do another one. Dude, hey, what would be fun and like get some traction probably in different communities is like us doing one together in the same lobby, kind of like how Dave did.
Yes.
Like me and you hop in the same lobby and I can get a few of my other buddies and like we just do a draft, shoot the shit. Like,
yeah, we should do it. Phil, you should do it as well.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Not the $10,000 one, but maybe like a $20 one.
$20 is fine with me. Let's slow it down. 10. I don't got the 10. I can tell you that. But yeah, back to baseball real fast. There anything really? It's just honestly, let's be honest. Everyone talk about anything. Wants to talk about the trade deadline. Yankees got Jazz. Listen, I like Jazz Chisholm. I love Jazz Chisholm already. The Yankees lack speed. We have no one that's fast. We have guys that you would think is fast. You would think Gleyber Torres is fast. Slowest guy on earth. Nobody's fast. So it was nice to see somebody run fast last night. Who was the biggest trade so far?
How did he do in his debut? I didn't watch.
He went like 1 for 4 with a stolen base. It was fine. It was a couple he could have got, but they won, so it's okay.
Marty, that's considered a good day in the big leagues.
Yeah. It was an infield. He was bigger opportunities came up that he did not succeed at, which I got a little upset about. But he just got to Boston at 6:00 and played at 7, so it's okay. Who were the other bigger ones?
Randy was the one that kind of like broke
Randy to the Mariners. Randy Rosarena to the Mariners was good. That's a good pickup by them. Paredes to the Cubs, and then the Phillies got the Angels guy.
Estevez, yeah.
Yeah. Baseball's this is where baseball starts to get really interesting now. This is where it's at. And you guys, big 3-game series coming up. You need to shove tomorrow. You need to just fucking fuck up the Reds. Fuck them up. Even though this is the 3rd time you face them now this year.
Dude, I like facing teams multiple times.
Yeah, you love it, right?
We love it. We love doing it. Especially back-to-back. I think I've done it like back-to-back 3 times this year.
The amount of times you've done back-to-back games of like you did it with the Pirates, you've done it with the Reds, you've done it with some Giants, right?
Giants.
Yeah.
Which isn't even in our division, which is like crazy.
It's fucking crazy. You've had a weird year, I'm not going to lie. Really weird year.
I will agree with that. This year has been weird.
You've had to earn your ERA this year. You've had to really earn it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot because I agree with it.
Was there anything else?
I want to do like the rankings, but it's like
Yeah, what is it again?
I was at movies you love to rewatch, but
Oh.
I don't know how many movies Justin likes to rewatch.
All right, let's do movies we want.
Oh, I
we
can
like
do
to
that.
rewatch.
I can do that. I can do that one.
Okay, we'll go.
Mine are gonna be off the wall. Rankings of movies we love to rewatch. One of y'all go first. I'll go last.
So my favorite one of my favorite movies is Rounders, the Matt Damon movie where he's a poker player.
Mhm.
So that's one I'll watch at all times.
Mhm.
What's yours, Phil?
The original Pokemon movie.
Oh my god. Oh
Hey,
my
Justin
god.
put his head
You
down.
rewatched the I
Yes,
didn't even know
it's
the
like-
original Pokemon movie there. I didn't even know there was a movie. There's other Pokemon
There's so
movies?
many Pokemon movies.
Jesus Christ, Phil. How old are you?
Okay.
26.
26. Supposedly your brain's supposed to fully develop at 25, so there's no
I'm sure
change
Ken
in this
Jack
one.
over there, Mr. Anime, likes all the Pokemon movies.
Are you an anime guy?
No, that's like Pokemon.
Is Pokemon considered anime?
Yeah.
I thought it was cartoons.
Well, yeah, it's a Japanese cartoon.
Oh, so that's anime. I don't.
Is that all an anime is Japanese
Yeah.
cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the anime.
Me either.
All right, what's yours?
So I'm actually gonna give movies that like I've like growing up I would like watch over and over and over again. My number one's Forrest Gump.
Mm.
Okay. See, that's a movie that I have not watched a lot. Obviously, it's a great movie.
I have watched that movie at least 20 times.
Really?
Like it used to come on like HBO all the time, and we had DirecTV, and
Yeah.
it would like be a lot, and like I would always.
So you're just
Put it-
always being like, "I love you, Jenny." You just that's
Mhm.
always.
Yep.
All right, what's your second one?
Finding Nemo.
That's a good one. That's
I
a
used to
great
watch
one.
I probably watched Finding Nemo 50 times.
That's
Alright.
a
I'm
fantastic
gonna bounce
movie.
off you with Shrek 2.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No, isn't this like your favorite movie?
Yeah,
Shrek 2 is your favorite movie?
it's one of my favorite movies. I could watch it.
Ay, ay, ay. You really are something else, you know that?
We're movies we like to rewatch, not movies that we want to see for the first time.
Okay, another movie that I've watched all the time. Four Brothers. You ever watch that movie?
oh, that's a great movie.
Fantastic movie. I used to
Wow,
watch that.
That has me thinking in another genre now.
Yep. And then it's basically, I just like all Boston movies. The Town was like something I would watch. It's all movies that were on like TBS and like TNT in the middle of the day when you're like home from college and shit. I would just watch that nonstop. What's your third?
Moneyball. And now look, Moneyball.
Oh, wow.
You want to?
So-
I'm gonna tell you something before you go. Moneyball and Finding Nemo are both plane movies to me. I would watch those on the plane.
Yeah.
I watched Moneyball on my last flight, but I think all the lessons from Moneyball have been like the wrong ones people got. But like as just pure cinema, it's a great movie.
I like it. I think Brad Pitt and
Yeah.
Jonah Hill are so
It makes you
good
think
in
every
it.
MLB GM looks like Brad Pitt till you realize they're just kind of nerds.
Yeah, yeah. What's your third?
Ooh.
You just don't watch
feel like-
movies.
I mean, these are all old movies that
Yeah.
I'm naming. I feel like I need to put a Denzel movie in there. Oh, no. Interstellar.
Okay. All right. That's a good movie.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
I like that. Before we go, what is the thought process of changing up the beard to a mustache?
It was so every Saturday there's a market that's right down the road from my apartment in Chicago. And as a family, we'll go walk down, we'll get some eucalyptus, put the eucalyptus in the shower.
You get a
You
what?
ever done that?
What the
Huh?
fuck's a eucalyptus?
Like a eucalyptus plant? You know what eucalyptus is.
I
you
do
know?
not know what a eucalyptus is. Why would I know what eucalyptus is?
I used to work at a
It's
florist.
like a plant that smells good. and
Morty
it's
should know what
like-
eucalyptus
I
is.
should know what it is. I like hydrangeas. That's my favorite flower. But
Yeah, you could. How this kind of surprises me that y'all don't know it.
Me too. It's
Eucalyptus.
so
How do you even spell
so
that?
it's a plant. All right, it's a plant.
Yeah, but anyways, we get a few like stalks of them, and we'll put them in our shower. And like when you're showering, it like makes it smell good. It's like fresh, like you're breathing it in
Really?
and stuff.
Oh,
So we'll get.
it's just leaves.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's leaves.
What did I say? Did I say something that?
I didn't know what it looked like.
Just the way you said it sounded like it was like an item that you were putting in the
Yeah.
shower, like a physical thing.
I said it's a plant.
After I said it, when I said eucalyptus, I go, what the fuck? Like, it's a plant. That makes sense. Though. That makes sense. So how does
We'll
the
get-
eucalyptus get into your mustache?
No, we get it at this. Just let me finish. We go to this market. We get eucalyptus. We get fresh veggies. I get a coffee every time. There's this guy brewing coffee, and there's this guy who's like fresh bagels, puts it right in the everything seasoning, slaps like cream cheese with chives on it. It's really good, and I always enjoy it. But the last time I went, I got the everything bagel seasoning and the cream cheese all in my facial hair. And like it got to a point where I was like munching on my hair, like as I was eating this bagel, and I ended up not enjoying it, and it frustrated me because like I really look forward to this bagel and cream cheese. So I woke up this Saturday morning and was like, this isn't happening today. Like I'm gonna enjoy this bagel like that. You don't know how many bagels you get, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this one. So I shaved it all down, got it like tuned up, and I left the mustache. I was just looking in the mirror. I was like, I'm gonna rock this today.
I
Just
like
see
it,
what
to be honest. I'm
Okay.
not a mustache guy. It looks good on you.
I was like, I'm gonna see what kind of reception this gets, and it got great reviews. Only one bad review.
Who was the
Um,
bad review?
Danny, the clubby, our clubhouse manager.
He didn't love it?
He didn't love it. He didn't. He goes on Happer. He goes on Happer's podcast and has a hot take every time he does a podcast. So I might make his hot take of the week that he's the only one that doesn't like my mustache. But yeah, that was literally the reason I shaved, was because I wanted to enjoy a bagel with cream cheese.
That is fucking ridiculous, and I love it so much. That's just how. That's guys right there. It's like, what are you thinking about? You thinking about girls? No, I'm thinking about how I can enjoy my next bagel and shave my mustache and shave my beard. That's what guys do.
Yeah.
I fucking
That was
love
the only
that.
reason I did it.
I love that. I love that.
My wife hated it. I didn't care.
Libby, she hates it.
She hated the facial hair.
Oh,
She likes the.
She likes mustache.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't shave it for that. Like, there's other reasons to shave ugly facial hair.
Yeah.
And your wife hating it, that wasn't the reason.
That was. All right. That's
Because she hated it for a long time, and I just.
almost out of spite. You're like, I have to keep it now, just to make her a little angry at it.
Yeah.
All right, that's the show. We gotta do our other show.
Give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yep, exactly. You give them one thing, then you're gonna shave your head after that. Everything's gone.
No more football next thing you know. It's like, what in the world's going on
You'll
here?
be getting eucalyptus on Sundays next. All right, that's the show. We'll be back. Well, you're pitching Sunday Night Baseball, which will be cool as the world can watch you actually pitch. So we should probably record after that. Well, it'll be 2 starts for then. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, we're gonna try for a guest next episode. You think of somebody. I'll try and DM somebody. Tweet us what guest you want on. Also, you play the Yankees in September. You're gonna have to say something to one of them for me.
The one of who?
You're gonna have to say something to Aaron Judge. He's a great guy.
Why?
For me. Hey, Aaron.
Why,
How about you hop on the show?
why can't Aaron come talk to me?
He could talk to you. He can
Yeah.
do that. I think he can do that. Maybe if you.
Yeah.
if
Or I
you-
just go talk to Efros, and then Judge just walks up and starts chatting to both of us.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. He's a friendly guy. He's a friendly guy. So are you. You guys be good friends. You
I
become
imagine he will.
friends. We become friends. It's a happy ever ending. All right, that's the show. We'll be back next Tuesday or Wednesday, what we always do. Good luck, Shmo. Have a good 2 starts with your mustache. If you pitch really good these next 2 starts, you might never get rid of the mustache.
It must be a mustache guy.
Yeah, I have one start recorded with it. My last start was with the mustache.
Oh, you had a mustache last game?
Yep.
All right, so it's good. It's good so far. So let's see how you do these next 2. And that's the show. Appreciate you guys. We will see you next time. See ya.
See ya.